guys, today I'm sharing with you a video that I wanted to make after I had my son. It's a what I really used in my hospital bag video. And I shared with you guys before when I was still pregnant what I'm packing in my hospital bag. And let me tell you, I overpacked, like way overpacked. I barely used anything out of that bag. So I was like, I'm gonna do a video on what you really need, because as a first-time mom, we scour the internet and we talk to friends and we read things, and there's this long list of items that they tell you to bring. And I packed everything on the list and then some. And it was just like, I laughed at myself because I thought it was so comical when I was in the hospital room, and I thought, oh my gosh, like I'm not even using any of this stuff. So any of you that are first-time moms, pregnant now, gonna be delivering soon, I just wanted to let you know what I actually used out of my hospital bag to maybe help you guys to kind of like downsize it and be minimalistic when you go into the hospital, because you really don't use everything that's on that list, not even close to everything on that list. So my number one item that I used the most was this little stress ball. So this little guy I got at Target, and it was probably my most used item, and that wasn't ever on any of the lists. But I had got this after I had my cervical check, and I was like, that was excruciating, that was so painful, don't want to do that again because I hadn't dilated yet. It was so painful. And my husband went out and bought me this, and it was the most used thing in that delivery room. And not even the delivery room, on the way to the hospital, I used this and just squeezed through every single contraction. So up until the time I actually started pushing, this little ball was used to just squeeze to get through those contractions and get through those moments of like, this is pain. So stress ball, if you guys have one, don't have one, go get one, put this in your bag, because it is really helpful when those contractions are coming on pretty strong. So that was my number one used item. The next thing I used the most was my hospital gown that I ordered through Baby Be Mine. And it was, you don't have to order that, but it was something that I used, and I'm so thankful that I did. It was comfortable. It just made me feel a little bit better. You know, the hospital gowns are just your traditional hospital gowns, you know, that they all look the same, kind of like the baby receiving blankets at the hospital. They all look the same. But it was nice to be in something that I had already washed at home. It was like a piece of home. It was comfort for me, and it just made me feel a little bit more pretty, because during that time, like, you just feel so yuck, and just after, like, the smell, and you just feel gross, and I mean, it was nice to be in that gown. And it did get blood and stuff on it, and when I came home and washed it, everything came off of that thing. Because when I first saw it and I rolled it up into like a laundry bag, I'm like, I'm gonna probably end up throwing this thing away because it's gross. But I ended up washing it, and it's completely clean. So Baby Be Mine is where I ordered the hospital gown, and then I also got a matching pillowcase, which I never even bothered putting that pillowcase on, because by the time I was admitted, I was just in pain and I wanted to just lay down and be still. I didn't even go through my hospital bag that first day other than getting that gown out and putting it on. I brought flip-flops. I didn't use those. No, I'm sorry. I brought my house slippers. And I didn't use my house slippers, because they say to bring those if you're going to walk the hall, if you're not like laboring, or you're not, you know, contracting or whatever, you might want to walk the hall to help it along. I didn't use my house slippers. I did use the flip-flops that I brought. I brought a pair of flip-flops. I never walked the hospital halls, but I used those in the shower. And I'm so thankful that I did, because the hospital showers really are gross. So I did use my I keep calling them slippers. I used to live in Hawaii and they're called slippers. My flip-flops. So I did use those in the hospital, and I used those like from my bed to go to use the bathroom. I used it, you know, in the shower. So it was nice just to have those, and I picked those up through Old Navy, but you can get like cheapy flip-flops, or if you have a pair at home, just throw your flip-flops in your bag. And then I obviously use like my face wash, I used my moisturizer, I used deodorant, and I used my makeup. I put on my makeup every day. It's just something that I like to do. It's something that makes me feel good. So I did use my makeup and my curling iron and a brush, and I used my shower cap. I had washed my hair before I went into the hospital, and had it like completely set, and I didn't get like sweaty or, you know, anything in my hair when I delivered. So I just used my shower cap for the next day. It was just really quick to get ready. I just did quick makeup because we were in the hospital. I obviously wasn't going anywhere, but I just did quick makeup. So I had my makeup bag already packed. I had a curling iron, my brush, my shower cap, I brought a loofah, like a sponge loofah to clean in the shower. I used my loofah. I used my own shower gel and a razor. So I really wasn't in the mood for shaving my legs. I shaved my armpits, and I was so sore from after delivering that I didn't really use my razor to shave my legs or anything, but I did for my armpits. So I used my razor. I also brought my coconut oil, and I used that even after I delivered. I want to make sure I used it on my breast, on my belly, same spots that I used while I was pregnant to make sure, because I always heard that you could get stretch marks after you deliver as well. So I still wanted to continue. I use my coconut oil every day as a moisturizer anyway, so I just put it in a little travel container, and I took that with me. So I used my coconut oil. I used my camera, obviously, to take photos, brought my phone charger, my camera charger. One of the things that was really nice that I brought and I used was an extension cord, and that's just because the cord, like the plug from my hospital bed, it was really far that my cell phone plug would not fit. So the extension cord, I just kind of like brought it around, and I was able to plug in my camera when the battery was low and my cell phone at night. So I did bring those. I brought my laptop, and I didn't even use it. I didn't even take it out of the bag. I brought hospital snacks because everyone says bring snacks. They wouldn't even let me eat the day that I was admitted, and they let you eat like after you deliver the baby, but it was already, I think, breakfast time at that time, because I had delivered at 8:24 in the morning. So at that time that I was able to eat, room service brought me breakfast. So, and thank goodness my hospital had excellent food. The food was so good. So I brought snacks, but I never even opened up the snack bag. So I didn't use those, and that I had to just put everything back in our pantry when we got home because I didn't even use it. I brought essential oils because I thought that would help me if I was in pain or had a headache, or didn't even open up that bag. The majority of the time that I was in the hospital, I kept on my hospital gown that very first day, and then the next day I showered and I put myself in like pajamas, like a nursing gown pajama, same pajama that I ordered through the Baby Be Mine website. I'll link those down below if any of you guys are interested. I ordered everything off there. I think I got them on the clearance section. Their stuff can be kind of pricey, and I figured it was one time and it was going to be, you know, just a brief, I was in labor for 24 hours, but I didn't think it was going to be like a long period of time or something that I would use over and over. So I ended up getting that set. I did get myself a nursing gown, and that's what I wore the rest of the time in the hospital. The nursing gown, I got my little boy a matching gown and a little beanie hat that he came with. I never put him in his. He was too small, and almost everything was too big. He wasn't a preemie, but that's what he fit in when he was born. So the Baby Be Mine gown was a one size, like newborn, and it was way too big that I didn't even attempt it because the arms were really long, and I just didn't want to, like, he would have been swimming in fabric. So I didn't put him in that. The majority of the time that he was in the hospital, we swaddled him in the receiving blanket, and that's really what he was in, like his diaper and the receiving blanket, until we went home, and then I changed him into his going home outfit. And then I had brought a ton of clothes for him too, and like I said, all he lived in was the receiving blanket. So even his diaper bag was so overpacked. Like, all you really need is the going home outfit. The hospital, my hospital, supplied us with everything. The diapers, they didn't really recommend the wipes, so all they had were like the cloths, and you just wet them, and that's what you wipe them down with, and that's all we did when we were in the hospital. And I did bring like a travel thing of the Honest wipes, but we never used the wipes in the hospital just because the nurses had recommended that we don't. She just said use the wipe with water, like a cloth wipe with water. So that's what we did. They provided, if you needed, the onesies, receiving blankets, things like that. We didn't even put him in any of the onesies, just a receiving blanket, his diaper, and then his little hospital cap. And that's really all he was in the whole time at the hospital. We were there for 2 days. But in his diaper bag, we didn't really use anything. So even the baby's diaper bag was way overpacked, and the list that they give you, all the pajamas and the side snap onesies and all that stuff, we didn't use. Literally, it was the one going home outfit, his hospital hat that I had embroidered to bring. It had the monogram, and that was really it. Obviously, the car seat you need to have, but other than that, his diaper bag was way overfilled, and we didn't even use that stuff. So for mine, like I said, just my hospital gown and then the pajama. I brought a robe, and I didn't use the robe. I just stayed in my hospital gown because majority of the time I was in the bed still. I was still trying to recover, and I was sore, and really, where are you going to go in the hospital? It's so boring in the hospital. I was going stir crazy because I'm not used to staying home all day. I'm not used to being indoors all day. So I was dying when I was in the hospital. I just wanted to get out of there, and I wanted to go home. So those 2 days, it was torture for me. It was nice, it was relaxing, as in you got to sit down, but I had the baby in my room anyway, so it's like, can I just go home where all the comforts of home are and have my child with me there? So it's just when you're packing, just kind of go through like how you get ready for the day. That's kind of what you're going to bring with you to the hospital. So if you wear makeup, bring your makeup, your brush, your curling iron, things like that, if you're going to feel up to even putting it on and wanting to wear it, because some women after they deliver, they don't even want to bother with it. It's something that I do every day, and I brought it, and that's what I used. I would get up every morning, go into the restroom, take a shower, and put on my makeup, get ready, my body lotion, my coconut oil. They do provide the mesh hospital panties. I hated those things. They were really big. I'm so glad that I stocked up on my Victoria's Secret panties because I used all of those, just the full style. And I forgot which one it was. They were the most comfortable panty, and I will link them down below. They were from Victoria's Secret, and I even ordered some when I got home because they were so comfortable. And they, like, wait, if you're going to be having your baby or your time's coming up soon to deliver, wait till they have the panty party and do the 5 for, what is it, 27? I did them when they were, I think it's 7 for 27. Because sometimes they have 7 and sometimes they do 5. I know around Black Friday I did the 10 for something. But when they do the 7, then stock up for your hospital panties then. But the ones that I got that were so comfortable, I bought a variety of them, but the gal at Victoria's Secret had recommended this one pair, and I forgot what they were called. I will link them down below. But they were so comfortable. And those are the ones that I bought those in so many different colors, and then when I got home, I ordered another 7 pairs of those because they were so comfortable. So those, even after you deliver, they're not like, I don't know what happened. It almost feels like they're just like you don't have anything on. They're so comfortable. They're seamless. They don't have like tags or anything itching you. The seams on the sides aren't bugging you. Like, because after you deliver, everything's sore. Like your stomach is sore, your vagina is sore, everything is sore. So you want to be comfortable. So I will link those if any of you guys are interested. Those are the most comfortable, I think, like postpartum panty. So I did use my own panties. Obviously, I didn't use the hospital mesh ones. Some women love those things. My sister-in-law loved them. I hated those things. They were just really, they didn't fit, and maybe that's why I didn't like them. They just didn't fit me. They were so big and baggy that I didn't feel like it was holding the pad in. So I felt like it was just like I wasn't even wearing anything. So I didn't like those. And then I did bring my own pads. I brought the Dermaplast. I brought Witch Hazel, and I brought Tux pads. And that was all on the list, and my hospital provided everything except for the Witch Hazel, which I just put on a little cotton pad and just kind of like just gently tapped the area, because I always heard that Witch Hazel helps heal the area. So if you're going to use Witch Hazel, make sure it's alcohol free. So I did get the alcohol free Witch Hazel. You don't want to put any alcohol in that area because it will burn the heck out of you. So the Dermaplast the hospital gave me, the pads the hospital gave me, but when I came home I did end up using my own pads, and I had brought a ton with me. I brought breast pads with me, didn't use those because I was only like producing the colostrum, so my breasts were not leaking or anything, so I didn't need those. I did bring my clip down sports bra, and when I went home I did put that on. But while I was in the hospital, I didn't wear a bra. I even brought sleeping bras. I didn't use any of those because my pajama gown had the openings to breastfeed, and I just, used that. One of the items that I did find helpful for me, because the latching of breastfeeding was really difficult and my son wasn't latching. So one thing that I found that was helpful was my breast friend pillow. But obviously I wouldn't have known while I was pregnant if breastfeeding was going to work for me or not, or the latching on. So I didn't bring in my breast friend pillow, and I didn't buy that until after I got home, when breastfeeding it was just difficult for me and he wasn't latching. So the lactation consultant had recommended I get that pillow, which I did. So if I would have known, I would have brought that with me. So if you're going to breastfeed, maybe bring in that pillow with you just to help with breastfeeding, because it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. So the My Breast Friend pillow. So that's pretty much everything that I used in my hospital bag. Was basically, if you need to, bring shampoo and conditioner. I did bring a little travel size, but like I said, I had washed my hair that day before. I didn't need to use it. I did bring a dry shampoo, and I think I used that like the day I went home, just a little travel size dry shampoo. But really all I used was literally what I get ready with in the morning, my makeup, my lotions, face wash, makeup remover, things like that. I brought my outfit to go home in. I wore that to go home. My one set of pajama, just one pair, because I think my list told me to bring 3. I only used 1. And then my hospital gown and my panties, my clip down sports bra, a shower cap, a clip for my hair. Like I use one of those little elastic ties and I put my hair on top of my head when I jump in the shower. That, but basically just what you're getting ready with, or what you get ready with in the morning, is all I really use, because everything else on that list I did not use. The socks I didn't use, none of that stuff that was on the list. They tell you to bring hair ties and headbands and all this stuff, and I didn't use it. So majority of the things on that list you're most likely not going to use, because like I said, it's just a time of, you need to get through it. You need to just get through that process, get through the pain, and you're not even thinking about asking even someone, can you hand me my hospital bag? Because you're just laying in this bed and you either A, want to get sleep, or B, just get out of pain. So I hope this video helps you guys. I hope if you guys are nearing the end of your pregnancy and you're ready to deliver, I wish you all the best of luck. And just remember, everything minimal. You don't need that much stuff. And I know, like, the first time around you want to be prepared and you want to have everything to go, and I can't tell you how many times I packed my bag and repacked it and kept thinking and adding more things to it, and I didn't use probably 85–90% of it. So I hope this video is helpful for you guys, and like I said, congratulations to all of you new moms, and congratulations to all of you that are going to be coming, that are going to be delivering soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!